Gary, just in terms of best practices, when should people rebalance? Should they do this regularly? What's kind of your recommendation in terms of how to look at the timeliness of rebalancing?
So it's a really good question, Rob. And a lot of it has to do with, if you're watching this, it has to do with your age, your personal circumstances, and your appetite for risk. Right? There's no free lunch on any of this. And so a lot of this really does depend on people's individual circumstances. Here's what I view as the plus and minuses of it. The positive of rebalancing is it forces investors to sell assets that have appreciated in relative value, and then they buy assets that have depreciated against the rest of the portfolio. And so to a certain extent, it forces people to sell the stuff that went up and buy the stuff that is more cheaply valued. And that seems to make sense. But it violates a key rule that a lot of traders follow. And the reason they object to that is they prefer to let their winners run and cut losses quickly. And so, in those situations, they're saying, wait a minute, why would you cut your winners? Why are you buying your losers? Like, from a trading point of view, it doesn't really make sense to a lot of really good traders. In my opinion, I don't think there are best practices in this matter, and that your portfolio should reflect both your current risk tolerances as well as the opportunity set for your best investment ideas. As an example, rolling into 2020, my portfolio was 100% equities. And because of the amount of stimulus that got thrown into the economy in 2020 and what the government did there, and seeing inflation coming, I started to buy positions for the first time in gold, a small position in silver, and a large position in Bitcoin. And those have become massive parts of my portfolio. But one of the reasons they were able to do that is I let them run. The key thing here is, in my opinion, the opportunity set changed. In 2020, I wanted to be long. By the end of February of 2020, I had huge short positions against the market. And by the end of 2020, I had large positions in gold and Bitcoin and a small position in silver. And so for me, it wasn't that my risk tolerance changed or that my age changed that much. It really was more a matter of the opportunity set in the market change.